Hey guys, Josh the RV Nerd here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan, and I want to take a moment to address a really important, really big question in this business. What is four seasons? This is one of the most grossly overused and abused phrases in this business. It all started way back when things like the Polar package started showing up on RVs, and this insulation bundle suddenly became an optional thing that we never knew about, and all of a sudden we figured, well, we should probably have that, right? And the marketing guys were really slick on this one. The marketing guys just killed it. They really made you think like you have to have this thing. Long story short, the biggest thing you need to ask yourself is, when are you going to be using this RV? Most people come in and go, well, I've never owned an RV, but my friends go camping, and they told me I need to get one that's 4 seasons. It tells me you don't even have an idea what this means, and you've got a friend spending money for you. It is good to get input from a friend, don't get me wrong. I would trust a friend before I trusted a salesman every day of the week. I am no different than you. But are you going to be camping when the snowflakes are flying? Are you going to be living in the thing when that's happening? If the answer is no to any of those questions, then you don't need a 4 seasons RV. Most of these things will hold their cabin temperature just fine. The insulation in the roof and the walls is enough that your family is not going to be cold with that furnace running. Where it becomes a question is if you want to use your water systems when it is sub-freezing temperatures outside, because nothing's going to freeze. Everything is guaranteed not to freeze all the way down to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That sounds pretty impressive, doesn't it? 32 is cold. Well, 32 is the temperature water freezes, and if you don't think about it, little silly marketing gimmicks like that are going to get you. And you really got to watch this BS R Factor war that's going out there right now. Who is it? Grand Design is saying they have an R72 roof. No, they don't. An R72 roof is like 33 inches thick. There's no such thing as an R72 roof. They're adding up the R factor of each individual component into a cumulative number and saying that it's an R72 roof. When you build an RV roof, they're, what, 5.5 inches thick at the peak of the crown? That's certainly less than 33 inches or whatever the magic number would have to be to achieve that R72 rating. When you compress, you push the air out of stuff. Air is also an amazingly good insulator, and having air in the attic of an RV is one of the big insulative qualities to it. You also got to watch out for these laminated roofs on these 4 seasons rated fifth wheels. When you laminate, your insulative factor is solely determined by the thickness of the lamination. So if something's got like a 5.5 inch crowned roof, remember that on the sides it has a little less insulation, but at the peak, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. At the peak, you might be, I don't know, R20-ish, which is fine, but it certainly isn't like an R40 or whatever garbage that they advertise. Are there good cold rated campers? The answer is unequivocally yes, but you got to know what you're looking for. Brands like Jayco are very good for this on their fifth wheels, and they're about the only ones that publish their data. Open Range is another brand that's 0 to 100 degrees rated. I've actually seen another manufacturer that was willing to take on the liability to say that they were rated all the way down to -10. That's pretty cool. But you gotta understand, that's not with wind blowing. That's not with wind chill. If it's 0 degrees outside and the wind is blowing, there are exactly 0 RVs made for that kind of extreme weather usage. You have to plan accordingly for that. The number one thing, I should probably do this, number one thing you need to do if it's super duper cold and the wind is blowing is skirt that sucker. Get the wind from blowing under it. You ever go down the road and you see a bridge and there's that little sign as you're driving and it says, caution, bridge may be icy for the rest of the road. That's because wind doesn't just whip over a bridge. It whips under it too. So you have heat loss on both sides of that bridge. RVs are the same way. They might be a big thick brick, but you can lose air on the top and the bottom of it. And on the bottom is where all your plumbing is generally located. That's why having an enclosed, insulated, heated underbelly, forced air heated is better, is awesome. Open Range is cool in that they actually have a hot air return from their underbelly, and they're about the only ones that do that, and it's such a simple feat. But it's everything. It makes the biggest difference in the world. So there are plenty of good cold rated campers out there. No ultralight is 4 seasons. Do not believe any of that stuff. To reduce the weight on them, one of the first things that goes is insulation. There are some great extended season ultralights. There are some great 3.5 season ultralights. There are no 4 season lightweights because you can't run the furnace going down the road. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. Just be careful, buyer beware, caveat emptor, if you will. Thank you, Mrs. Vasey from 5th grade, for teaching me that smattering of Latin, salve magistra. You know, there's a lot that goes into it, so be very careful with your money. You're looking to make a tens of thousands of dollars investment. I want to give you the accurate information. I don't want to give you smoke and mirrors. I want you to know with confidence what you're leaving here with from our dealership. So give us a call. You will find that we will get you your first camper, or your, I screwed up my own phrase, your second camper the first time, not your first camper the second time. There we go. And as you see, I don't edit videos. I don't sugarcoat stuff. I make mistakes too. Everybody does. But we do try to be honest. We do try to be transparent. We do try to be fair. So give us a call. Learn more. Come see what we have to offer here. We have everything from your very basic family camper all the way up to your big full-time living 4 seasons fifth wheel. Take care. Stay safe. Happy camping, everybody. Have some fun.